Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Peace, family. This is your brother, Mr. Holip. Just wanted to do a little short video. I'm up early in the morning and I want to do this because it was on my mind. I want to show you an interaction, or read to you an interaction that I had online. Brother, I don't know if it was brother or whoever, but they were responding to Boyce Watkins. He was doing a video about Damon Dash in the Breakfast Club interview. And this is what the guy said to Boyce Watkins. Some of this you might not understand what he's referring to, but I think you'll get the basic gist. He says, Boyce Watkins, what are you talking here in 2015? Equality? Again, some more. See you next year and hear it again? Same song yesterday, same song yesterday. Your description of black manhood is like, what the fuck? Every day you wake up, you gotta see the white man. Hell, he all up in your crib. Shit, he built your crib. No? You brush your teeth with toothpaste. You shower with soap. You get dressed. You eat breakfast. You ain't even left the house and the white man was all in that. Black people don't make toothpaste, soap, or produce the food they eat, or the clothes they wear, or the cars they drive, or the phones they use, or the planes they fly in. You want me to keep going? Because I can. Understand, man, you ain't ever going to be independent of the white man. Niggas don't build, produce, create, manufacture, or mass produce anything that is necessary to or for human life. Not even anything that makes life more convenient. So putting down working class blacks like every generation's parents were and most people still are allows for you thinking of starting my own business, do something with my life folks to eat. Peace out. P.S. Whoever decides to reply, just remember to give props to the old phase that invented the instrument you are using. Now, I replied first to that, and I used a quote where he says, understand, man, you ain't ever going to be independent of the white man. And then under that, I put the description for Stockholm Syndrome. And Stockholm Syndrome, or capture bonding, is a psychological phenomenon in which hostages express empathy and sympathy and have positive feelings toward their captors, sometimes to the point of defending and identifying with the captors. And I said, need I say any more, shaking my head. And then I also put a quote where he says, the part where he says, niggas don't build, produce, create, manufacture, or mass produce anything that is necessary to or for human life. Now, I responded to that, and I'm wondering, should I read the response first and then tell you what this video is about, or yeah, you know what, I'll do that. My response to that was, that's because silly Negroes like yourself don't support nationhood. You want black people to be a scattered group of individualists aligned by aesthetic similarities, basically operating as a de facto nation, yet simultaneously expecting them to thrive and have the same success as actual organized nations. You are the one that is the problem. And the sad part is that you consider yourself a truth teller. That is the problem with the so-called black community. You. If you don't believe me, ask yourself this. What nationalist endeavors do you support? How have you personally helped in getting the talking points of land, infrastructure, and nationhood out to your inner circle? What have you personally done to financially support groups that are for nationhood? Have you shared any African-centered progressive or nationalist content on social media? So please, give me and everyone else a break with your bitching, moaning, teary-eyed, and snotty-nosed complaining and get your black ass into the game. No disrespect intended, you just really needed to hear that. 1. Basically, the whole point of me making this video is this was on my mind after, and I appreciate that brother typing that because he represents these clowns out here that you see on videos with shades on, talking a whole bunch of shit, and people are looking at them as if they some truth tellers or great sages of wisdom, when all they really are is a bunch of cowardly bootlicking niggas. And the reason why I say that is because they don't have no goddamn solutions to anything. If you look at the 99% of the content of the stuff that they put out, the so-called truth telling, all it is them talking shit about black folks. If I wanted to do a channel like that, I can easily do it. Easily. Because if you want to talk shit about how black folks ain't this, black folks ain't that, black folks ain't gonna never, the white man, da 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 da, that's, you got endless amount of material. But what you don't see endless amount of is solution oriented material. And when you ask these guys, these shade wearing, cigar smoking idiots, what's the solution? Really, the solution is be American. Merge into invisibility with the dominant culture. That's what they want. Because if they don't want anything, that's why it's very confusing to me. Why is everybody so upset? And especially these Captain America niggas. Why y'all so upset with Common? Common, and what Common said, is the natural progression of being an American. If your goal is to be an American, why do you have a problem with Common and what Common said? See, my goal is not to be an American. That's not my goal for black people. That's not my goal for me, and that's not my goal for black people. My status is American because that's where I live. I got a passport that says I'm an American. We all know that. Legally, I'm an American because that's where I stay. But spiritually, culturally, no. No, I am not. I don't identify with America. So if you identify with America, and if you want to be an American, then really what Common said makes perfect sense. Stop complaining about what the white man did to you in the past. Forgive the white man and just say, baby, we won't just, like he said. He said this. I'm not making it up. He said it. He said, baby, let's not go into the past. Let's do what we have to do to make this shit work. You don't get in a relationship constantly bringing up what the person did to you before. I mean, you're in a relationship. So forgive them, get over it, and move on. I don't know how you can move on with a psychopath that wants to kill you, but hey, that's for you, Common, and the rest of you Americans to deal with. The African-centered, African-centered progressives and black nationalists want a nation of our own. So when you start talking about the problem with the black community, the problem with the black community is you. That's what the problem is. You're the person. That person looking in the mirror is the problem, because you got to ask yourself, when people post content, when people make videos about nationhood, do you support it? Do you pass it around? Do you give it a cosign? Or do you ignore it and comment on anything having to do with sex, anything having to do with relationships, anything having to do with television shows, anything having to do with any insignificant bullshit, and not anything to do with the very thing that you claim you want so much? People like that remind me, you ever have people in your family who always say, like when you have brothers and sisters, there's always this one brother or one sister who always feels that the family loves this brother or sister more than it does them. And the brother and sister that says that is usually a crackhead, drug addict, gambler. They stealing money out of people, a thief, stealing money out your mother's pocket, stealing money from your family, doing all kinds of things against the family, getting in all types of trouble. And then when they do, what happens? The family is always there for them. The family is always bailing them out. The family never turns their back on them. But yet these same people say, oh, well, so-and-so, the responsible people in the family loves them more. But what do those other people get for being responsible? Does the family have to bail them out? Does the family have to pay any extra attention to them? No. So the motherfucker who's doing the most damage, the motherfucker who ain't doing shit, is the main one complaining that they not getting love or that things ain't right. Sound familiar? Anyway, that's all I want to say. This is a short video. I'll holler at you good people later. Just think about what I said. The problem with the black community is you. Look in a fucking mirror. Peace.